You see, the world, it moves fast. So fast, in fact, that most people miss it. They rush, they scramble, they survive, but they never truly live. And yet somewhere in the silence before the world awakes, there lies a secret, a sacred hour, before the noise. It's quiet, it's still, and those who rise early enough, they find it. Today I'm going to share with you why waking up early might just be the most powerful decision you ever make. Let's begin. 1. Silence gives you answers. There's a kind of silence that only exists before sunrise, a sacred, untouched quiet where the world hasn't yet remembered its worries. That moment when even the wind moves slowly is a doorway to something deeper. You don't just wake up early, you wake up to yourself. In this world of endless notifications and buzzing alerts, silence has become rare, almost extinct. Most people fear it. They fill their ears with noise, their schedules with meetings, their hearts with distractions. But those who wake early, they know that silence is not empty, it's full of truth. When you rise before the sun, there's no pressure to perform, no one asking anything of you. And so your mind, once scattered, begins to settle. Your thoughts come to the surface, not forced, not filtered, just honest. The clutter starts to clear. The answers you've been searching for don't scream, they whisper. This is where self-awareness is born, in silence, not in the rush of deadlines or the glare of social media, but in the slow unfolding of thought, uninterrupted by the world. You might sit with a cup of tea, watching the darkness retreat. You might write down the dreams you had. You might pray, reflect, or simply stare at the ceiling. It doesn't matter. What matters is that this is your time. It's when you check in with the only person who truly knows what you need, you, and if you listen carefully enough, you'll hear the answers. Discipline begins at dawn. People speak of discipline as if it's something magical, something you either have or don't, but the truth is, discipline is a muscle. It gets stronger the more you train it, and the training ground, it begins before the sun rises. When your alarm rings and your body begs for sleep, you face a decision, a simple one, but also the most powerful. Will you rise, or will you return to comfort? Every morning that moment is your battlefield, and every time you choose to rise, you cast a silent vote for the person you're becoming. Most people think discipline is about grit and hustle, but it's really about trust. You train your mind to trust your word. When you say you'll wake up at 5 a.m., and you do, something shifts inside. You stop breaking promises to yourself. You build inner strength. You become dependable to yourself. Discipline isn't built in chaos, it's born in rhythm. And waking up early sets that rhythm like a metronome. It organizes your day before distractions can destroy it. You begin with control, and that control echoes into every hour that follows. And when you win that first battle of the day, the rest of the day follows your command. Your workouts get done, your reading gets finished, your goals get chased. Why? Because the first domino fell your way. Waking up early isn't just about time, it's about ownership, and discipline, that's the reward. 3. The world is yours while it sleeps. There's a magic to being awake while the world still sleeps. Think about it. The roads are empty, the sky is still dark, and the silence is complete. It's as if the world has handed you the keys to its quietest, most powerful moment and said, do what you will. In these early hours, time slows down. Creativity flows faster. Ideas come unfiltered. Why? Because you're not reacting. You're not dodging calls, answering text, or putting out fires. You're creating. When you wake up early, you shift from being a reactor to being a creator. You start your day on your own terms. You write before the emails come in. You plan before the world demands your energy. You dream before the deadlines wake up. This is how writers pen novels before breakfast, how entrepreneurs birth companies before noon, how artists, thinkers, and visionaries build worlds while others sleep. Waking up early grants you access to your highest potential self, untouched by outside noise. In those hours, you're not in competition with the world. You're in alignment with your purpose. The world in its stillness is yours, and when you learn to use that gift, nothing can stop you. 4. Your energy is untouched. Ever noticed how some people start their day already tired, as if the morning is a burden, not a blessing? It's because their energy has been hijacked by chaos, by technology, by poor sleep and broken routines. But when you wake up early with intention, your energy is pure, untouched, undiluted. You haven't scrolled, you haven't argued, you haven't reacted. Your mind is clean, your emotions are calm, you are full. This energy is the most powerful form of fuel, and it doesn't just affect your productivity, it shapes your character. When you start your day with intention, you begin to live with intention. You don't stumble into your schedule, you design it. You don't get swept into anxiety. You meet the day with clarity. That fresh morning energy, it's a currency. You can spend it on things that build you, or waste it on things that drain you. When you rise early, you learn how to guard it. You learn how to protect your peace, and that lesson, that's priceless, because energy, once wasted, doesn't come back. Morning wins turn into lifelong habits. If success is a house, then habits are the bricks, and every habit begins with a moment. Waking up early might seem like a small act, but it's actually a doorway, a ritual that sets the tone for everything that follows. Why? Because when you win the morning, you start stacking victories. You hydrate, you journal, you work out, you read, you reflect, you do more by 8 a.m. than most people do all day. Each one of those wins becomes a vote for your future self. You start building identity. You're no longer someone who wants discipline. You are disciplined. You don't hope to be productive. You are productive. This self-image fuels consistency. And consistency, that's how habits are born. The more often you wake early, the easier it becomes. Your body adapts, your mind aligns, your habits become automatic, and soon you're not chasing greatness, you're living it. You realize that it's not grand moments that define you, it's the small quiet ones, like getting out of bed when no one's watching. These morning wins are the roots of a legendary life, deep, strong, unshakable. So tomorrow morning, when that alarm rings, and your bed pulls you back into comfort, remember this: comfort never made legends, but stillness, silence, sunrise, they do. Wake up early, my friend, not just to beat the sun, but to meet the best version of you. Subscribe to Echo of Legends, where the quiet speaks and wisdom never sleeps.